right, all guests on ZASLOW Show 2.0 brought to us by the official beer of the program, Johnny Cuba. How are you going to enjoy the game this weekend? You're going to pick up a six-pack of Johnny Cuba, your local Sedanos, Presidente, Winn-Dixie, Fresco y Mas. Official beer of ZASLOW Show 2.0, European roots with that Caribbean soul, a refreshing German lager in a can. Pick up a six-pack heading into the weekend. Make sure you always drink responsibly, and don't forget Johnny Cuba's mantra, stay tranquilo. Big news day today with the NBA. Now, as of right now, we're about 90 minutes away from the trade deadline. Our NBA expert, Trysta Krick, BetMGM, Heat Check with Trysta Krick. She joins us here on the show. I know you are busy today, Trysta. You're doing an NBA trade deadline recap show this afternoon, right?
I am. Yeah, I'm doing it from Mandalay Bay, which would be great. I've got a very, very full day, but that is something I'm very much looking forward to. There's been some fascinating trades already. I think the team that I'm really surprised at, but also kind of not surprised, is the Mavs. The Mavs have been very, very active so far. I think they kind of know that Luka is putting pressure on them to do something, or he's going to probably ask out next year or the year after.
Yeah, so the Mavs just traded for P.J. Washington. They send out Grant Williams and Seth Curry. If you're Grant Williams, that sucks. Like, you signed a free agent deal. And look, that's what the money's for, is for shitty stuff that happens like this. But you signed the big free agent deal. You got to choose where you want to go because you're a free agent. And now you got to go to Charlotte. That is such a shitty situation.
Especially since the Celtics probably would have still wanted him, not on the same amount of money of the deal, but he probably could have signed a team-friendly deal there and helped them continue, their defensive core, which he was really good for. That sucks. And I think he just had something online where he was talking about how easy Luka makes the game for you. He's like, I really don't even have to do anything. All right, well, welcome, Grant, to Siberia.
Yep. I've been very high on the Knicks the last few weeks, and I'm even higher on them. Like right now, they're the big winner of the day to me. They really traded nothing. Okay, and they acquire Alec Burks, Bogdan Bogdanovic. A couple weeks ago, they get OG Anunoby. Trysta, I think they are easily the second best team in the Eastern Conference. We don't like saying this in the ZASLOW Mansion. I hate the New York Knicks, but I totally think they're a contender now. What do you think?
Yeah, dude, and I thought that they were a contender before they got Bojan.
Yeah.
Bojan is a massive, massive pickup. And remember, the Bojan news was interesting because there was rumors that Detroit turned down 2 first-round picks for Bojan Bogdanovic. So you give Bojan and Alec Burks, and I guess the thing that Detroit feels good about is Quentin Grimes, which, yeah, that sucks for Quentin Grimes, too. I like him a lot. But that is a massive, massive pickup after getting OG Anunoby, and now you have a backup point guard as well, who's already played for the Knicks before, and so Tibbs knows him. Tibbs loves him.
What do you make of Buddy Hield? It seems to me that was like the first big move of the day. It feels like Philadelphia is going to try and tread water here, hoping that Embiid can get back before the playoffs.
Yeah, worst three-point shooting team in the league, and so they get, one of the best three-point shooters in all of the NBA. So that helps them. I don't know that the Sixers, though, are going to be any good without Joel Embiid. Like, I don't know how many games they win. Spike Eskin, who hosts the Rights to Ricky Sanchez pod, also was my boss, or is my boss now. PD of WFAN. Yeah, for now. PD of WFAN and CBS Sports Radio. He tweeted this last night. He said, I'm not sure if the Sixers win another game. And I thought the same thing, actually. Honestly, you have a Warriors team at home that's been licking their wounds for a while, and you get blown out by 20-something as 3.5-point underdogs. Tyrese Maxey can't get anything going without Embiid. He's going to have to shoulder the burden a lot. So I don't know that the Buddy Hield trade does anything to replace Embiid. I would have hoped that they would try to go after Daniel Gafford to try to spell those minutes until Embiid got back.
You got some thoughts on Terry Rozier going to the Heat?
Yeah, it's I think it's less meaningful than I imagined it to go right now. The Rozier hero minutes together are rough. So now what we've been seeing is like, okay, that defense that Kyle Lowry had, although he was terrible offensively, right? He was like averaging 4 points per game or something before he got traded, was somewhat impactful, more impactful than probably Heat fans thought, more impactful than I thought. So I think it's just a work in progress. You guys are just so annoying because we think you're dead all season long. You stink. You go up and down. You have these, winning streaks. You have these losing streaks. We don't know what's going to happen. And then you're sitting there. Maybe you're the 5 seed. Maybe you're the 7 seed. And then you go to the Eastern Conference Finals. So there's just not a lot to make of the Heat, considering that they're just a completely different team in the postseason than they are in the regular season, which has got to be somewhat a bit of a relief for fans, but also kind of like annoying for fans too.
I think the Rozier stuff, look, it's got my not that it didn't have my attention before, but it's something new. It's something fresh this final third of the regular season. And then, yeah, we get to the playoffs. And if the Heat eventually match up with Boston again, every Heat fan thinks they're going to beat them. Like every Heat fan knows that we're in every series. Tonight, the Lakers are unveiling a Kobe statue. What pose do you think it's going to be?
It's got to be a dunk, right? It's got to be that dunk where it's Kobe with the fro, you think? I think it's got to be Kobe with the fro.
Well, how about, is it going to be number 24 or number 8?
Yeah, this is great. These are all great questions. I think from a betting perspective, you have to look at, props for players who are Kobe disciples. And like, okay, so it's just Denver. And maybe you want to look at ones that don't play against the Lakers. So go through the schedule. You saw this happen on the anniversary of Kobe's death, and you saw
Right.
it on the anniversary of the 81
Right.
point performance. So players who are playing tonight, and I haven't gone through the schedule because Vegas is nuts. Ones that have been like Kobe stands, I would take their player props because you saw the inflow of scoring on those 2 nights.
That's a great point. It's like I looked at tonight, LeBron James. I feel like LeBron James is going to shot out of a cannon tonight. Over 4.5 first quarter points for LeBron.
Oh, I love it.
I think that's the play, right?
Yeah, I love that. What a great call. I never do first quarter points, and I am rolling.
I think that's a good play. I think the Kobe statue, I think it's got to be him with the fist pump. I think that's the good statue, no?
Oh, Devin Booker points could be a good look. He plays the Jazz tonight at home.
Yeah.
So that would be interesting. Yeah, the first quarter points for LeBron. LeBron everything tonight on a day that somebody else's statue gets put up in an arena that's not him.
Right, that's a good point. Tell me about Vegas so far, okay? Radio Row, have you run into anybody wacky? Give me. I mean, right now you're in your hotel room for people who are watching on the YouTube channel, but give me the scene out there for you guys with BetMGM.
Yeah, we're doing the show live from Mandalay Bay in the poker room. So we're not even in the Radio Row, but we're in the same building. So they're just down the hall. So you see a lot of the same people walking around. I haven't seen the athletes trickle over to our side for good reason, right? Because if you're an NFL player, you get anywhere near a sports book, you're suspended for a year. I'm going over there today. I'm on NBC's Bet the Edge. So that'll be really fun. That'll be my first time on Radio Row. I'm going to get to see how that was. But the vibe has been awesome, man. Like Vegas could not be a better location for this event. The food obviously is incredible, but the underrated thing is it's Thursday. And when you do Super Bowl coverage in a city, usually finding good restaurants is very hard. Like reservations through the roof. You can't get in anywhere. Anything near Radio Row is tough. But there's like a bajillion restaurants that you can choose from in every hotel. So it's been like very mellow so far, which has been incredible.
Are you staying for the game?
I'm not going to go to the game, but I am staying for the game. I'm going to try to see it at a sports book with some friends. So it's going to be my first Super Bowl watching it at a sports book, which will be, I think, pretty lit. maybe Circa, maybe MGM. It depends. Like, they are going to be slammed.
Did you two play the Sphere last night?
They did. A bunch of the guys from NBC went
That's
to the
nuts.
Sphere. I ran in. So Florio and Chris Sims did their show right next to ours. And one of the MGM PR people was like, hey, let me introduce you to them. And I was like, oh, what do you guys got going on? And Florio's like, yeah, we're watching you two at the Sphere tonight. And I was like, wow, that's probably nuts. I think Steve Aoki is performing tonight at the Omnia. So it's better that you have me today, actually, and not tomorrow.
Wow. All right. Finally, Trysta, what's the play for the Super Bowl? Who we with?
I like Chiefs -7. I've been saying it since the lines came out. I took Chiefs money line, obviously, but if you're talking about plus money value, and maybe I'm the square idiot, but you can get Chiefs -7 at plus 320. You can get
Wow.
Chiefs. Yeah, you can get Chiefs -3 at pretty good value too. Maybe you just like that last second field goal kind of a vibe. I'm thinking maybe a defensive score. It's a close game, defensive score, or maybe Mahomes comes down and scores with like 40 seconds to go. Or it's like a 23-10 game. Like, I think this is going to be very low scoring, under 47.5. I really like. I like all the running back props, attempts wise for Pacheco. I like Travis Kelce. That's pretty normal, right? He's the best pass catcher in NFL playoff history, one of them. So I like him. Anytime touchdown. But yeah, I like the Chiefs. My favorite play is Chiefs -7.
Trysta, plug everything you got going on, of course, including this afternoon where you're covering the trade deadline. Go ahead.
Yeah, so find us on BetQL's Instagram Live. We're going to do a trade deadline show at 12:30. So I got to get my ass in gear. That's in about 2 hours. So got to get over there. And then we're going to do our show at Mandalay Bay, 7 to 11 Eastern Standard Time. That'll be live on Twitch, on YouTube. You can find it on my Twitter as well. And then the Heat Check, wherever you get your podcasts, Odyssey app, Spotify, Apple. Got to get ZASLOW on soon. We got to have another conversation.
I'm ready. Thank you, Trysta. I appreciate it. Have fun out there. Not too much fun. Don't get too crazy, all right?
I won't, Zaz.